Hey everybody, it's time for another real life superhero intro. This time this is another sports combat rock and roll costume intro. Only this one, my first one, which was at nighttime, that was more of a rant version. This is more of a positive review version. This will also be the debut intro for another real life superhero debut and my progress as a real life superhero. So with that being said, let me hit both of the interest themes. I'm using both Kurt Angle's and Jeff Hardy's Impact Wrestling themes. Let me hit the intro right now.
This has been to the top. My this has been at the top. My this has been past the top. Still my this has been past the top. Straight to the top, but then keep heading up and start shining why they should know what is real and how it really feel. The only way to feel the best under feels in a way that your body's as strong as we face in this life. There's a lot of time to get ready to showcase these skills you will get and know life if I want to show how the style you rise in life show a way to make it right, make it to the top of my vision. Until you feel there's nothing more for you to do or say. And I need better get in my way. Come down. If you do, you'll be back on that road.
Get up, I'll never let up. Ferocious, I'm fed up, dismissing the competition. You're hopeless, trash, they're efficient. Listen, you want a class on tradition? Or one condition? Forget the best of the century. Talk about the best of all time, you better mention me. Essentially, I'm the best of all to be. I hold my ground, you never take it from under me. Don't run to me, it's gonna be trouble. I hit you so many times, you see triple or double instead of one of me. I got more heart, more ready to tear you apart. I lay you down early on, or maybe in the later round. It's no different to me. If you tap out, cash out, or simply pass out for free. Cause you face down, really, you barely alive. Cause I'm an animal inside, hear me? Hopefully you see what I mean. Knock you out, haven't seen. You were beaten by a triple team. Box you out the whole scene and gleam. The line like my dream, I shine bright. Smash you, front to back. You gon' need hindsight. In fact, when I attack, you're lucky if I leave you intact. I'm prone to overkill. I work you over till I steal your motor skills. It's the same whenever I'm done. You're numb, throw the thumb. Most can't remember their name or where they're from. And some speechless, dumb, looking deaf and dumb. Your weak like 7 days. Get afraid, I'm amazed. Y'all still step up, cause I hit more men than Jenna Jameson in better days. You can't clear your heads, you with a Jenna Hayes.
Hey everybody, it's now time for my late out of date real life superhero post reaction and post review of the 1987 Hasbro produced cartoon Visionaries Age of Magic, the first 4 episodes, which will all be split up into individual parts to form one gigantic part. This is the first part right here, episode 1. Then I'll do the same thing for the next 4 to 5 episodes. Then the final 4 to 3 episodes. So with that being said, Once again, to see the original reviews, the links will be in the description box below. This is the post reaction and post review. So, with that being said, let me start the video, make my grand entrance on the camera.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries.
Yeah, Visionaries.
Far away in a distant
Visionaries,
galaxy,
Age of
the people
Magic.
of the planet Prismos lived in an age of
Visionaries,
great
Age of
technology.
Magic, Episode
They
1.
had taken
Yeah, this is
control over
review
resources
Episode
of
1.
energy
Episode
and
1,
enjoyed a
phenomenal
life of comfort
episode
and ease
to
for
start the
7,000
series.
years.
A great,
But
intriguing
this was
plot.
not to last.
The most
For
original
the realignment
and greatest plot you will see in the 1980s, and lots of action. Reason this review right here took so long is because this show is so awesome and so fast paced, and because every night looks the same with the exception of his or her face, it was difficult to tell what was going on. There's so much was happening at one time. But this was an awesome episode. I could watch this episode multiple times to gauge what the plot was. Same with the next three. This episode, like Merlin says in the opening narration, because of the three suns aligning and meeting in a radiation that causes technology to cease working, to stop working. The humans work together to preserve the world and keep the world running and to coexist without technology. Like I said, really scary plot. The most original and scariest plot in all of 80s cartoons and in cartoons in general.
Once again, you attack New Valoric.
They're not named till the next episode, but there are two opposing knights who are already battling each other and already have their armors. They already have their armors and already battling each other prior to the series. The good guys led by Leoric called the Spectral Knights, and the bad guys led by Darkstorm called the Dark Lords. Spectral Knights are my favorites.
And what do you want, Autobot?
The age of science is over, and the age of
first
magic
a guy,
first
Merlin, he first tries the Dark Lords. He tries to approach them. About them completing various tasks for him in exchange for magic. Dark Lord comically refuses him, laughing at him, saying there is no magic, and opens his trap door, and Merlin falls into the water. So Merlin then later approaches Leoric and the Spectral Knights about conquering the special land, a special place, and whoever finds this place first will be rewarded with magic. Darkstorm somehow hears of this and comes with a plan to sabotage the Spectral Knights on their quest by ambushing them, and that's pretty much what they do throughout the entire episodes. The Spectral Knights and the Dark Lords be going back and forth, and it all culminates in a gigantic battle inside either Merlin's castle or that specific place that Merlin told them to find. Merlin assures each of them to calm down, and there's magic for everyone, and he gives each one a special magical power, and some sticks. Leoric gets because of his leadership skills, gets the lion. Pharaoh, the youngest member of the team, gets the wolf. Arzon gets a mysterious genie called the power of knowledge. I think that's what it's called. Witterquick gets the cheetah. Galandria, the only female Spectral Knight, gets the dolphin. Cryotech gets the bear, the strongest and oldest member of the team. And 7, Hector, I keep forgetting what his spirit animal was, but he's the one who doesn't have powers, but he is a lieutenant. He was a police officer before the events of this series, and he can pilot vehicles. Darkstorm, keep forgetting what animal he got. Mordred got the Strifor because of his bootlicking skills. Galandria got the shark, and keep forgetting what Sindar got and the others got. But they all have these special animals on their chest, and some of them have whips or sticks and staves to activate
Nothing's worse than retreat.
to activate, and they can either use these spirit animals to attack, or they can even transform into the spirit animals. And the episode ends with Darkstorm proclaiming peace from now on, and using magic to aid and help and preserve the world, and using it wisely. Leoric and the Spectral Knights know Darkstorm's up to something. They decide to go along with it, but Darkstorm reveals to one of his minions that he's not going to follow that. But see, he's evil, but Leoric is good and honorable. He's bound by his word. He's bound by his word, and the episode ends with the Dark Lords ambushing. The Dark Lords ambushing. The Dark ends on a cliffhanger with the Dark Lords ambushing. The Dark Lords fighting and ambushing the Spectral Knights. So yeah, that was episode 1. Now it's time for episode 2.
Are you ready?
Hey everybody, it's now time for my real life superhero episode 2 post reaction and review of the 1987 Hasbro classic cartoon Visionaries, Age of Magic. Keep forgetting what the title of this one was, but yeah, we'll be sitting down for this review. This episode right here picks up. Gotta start the episode.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic.
Oh yeah, Dark Hand of Treachery.
They are the Visionaries.
This episode picks up right where the previous one left off. This episode was way bigger, way badder, and better than the previous one. And this one also ended on a cliffhanger. In this episode, the episode ended with the Dark Lords ambushing the Spectral Knights, and Villaruza, or Lozo, whatever her name is, the evil female Dark Lord. She dresses as a beautiful princess and seduces Arzon. Arzon is not to Arzon summons his genie, power of knowledge, something like that. Spirit being, where the genie reveals that the mysterious woman is Villaruzo, and this is where the woman takes off her disguise and immediately starts fighting Arzon. Arzon gets captured, and so does Witterquick, and the remaining knights come up with a plan to save them. Darkstorm then has a plan to invade and capture the remaining knights, therefore claiming all the magic and all their powers for themselves. He executes his plan by first catapulting Mordred, his most loyal and butt-kissing servant, via catapult to which Leoric and the other knights are both amused, shocked, and offended by that Darkstorm would try to intimidate them with Mordred of all people. But it was a distraction. It was a distraction for the other Dark Lords to enter the castle and immediately start wrecking stuff. One interesting thing about this episode was one of the Dark Lords, Sindar briefly stopped his rampage to save Cat, where he's been mocked by Darkstorm and the other Dark Lords. A huge fight breaks out, and all of the Spectral Knights, all of the Spectral Knights are eventually captured, and the episode ends on a cliffhanger. So next is episode 3.
So easily,
which I'm about to rewatch again.
Ned.
We'll watch again, then I'll be right back here. With you. So let me do that. But yeah, another awesome episode. This one was even better than the previous
one. The rest
one.
of you must return with me to the war room.
If we had met your power stats, we would not have been relegated to this degrading labor.
But
Hey everybody, it's time for the final part to my real life superhero post reaction, post review of the 1987 Hasbro produced cartoon Visionaries Age of Magic episodes 3 and 4. I decided to combine 3 and 4 into one video because I'm not going to spend a lot of time on episode 4, despite the fact that both were great episodes. So since both parts unfortunately will be short, I decided to combine them all into one video. So both episodes 3 and 4 were awesome. But I did have a couple of issues with episodes 3 and 4 that, believe it or not, actually contradict my full-length reviews of this my short and full-length reviews of this series, which I'm going to get to when I make my grand entrance on camera. So with that being said, let's get started right now.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries.
Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, Visionaries, Age of Magic, Episode 3, this part right here, this episode, not only was this episode awesome,
the Darkling Lord set
but this
about capturing
episode
the good knights
contradicts
of Prismos
what I said in my review. Like I said, this episode picks up where episode 2 left off. Episode 2 left off on a cliffhanger with the Dark Lords ambushing the Spectral Knights at their own castle.
Then,
So
with
the
aid
Spectral
of
Knights.
magical vehicles driven by
So this
warfare and
episode
recon,
continues that
the
the
Darkling
Spectral
Lords
Knights,
hunted down Winter Quick
the Spectral
and the
Knights,
mighty Cryotech.
the Spectral Knights, and the Dark Lords are still fighting. However, 10 minutes into the episode, 7 to 10 minutes into the episode, the Spectral Knights prevail. Together, they outwit and defeat and capture the Dark Lords and imprison them and force them to work in mines. However, Merlin interferes and gives the Dark Lords a special key to escape and to use when they see to escape Darkstorm is in possession. He doesn't want to use it until he thinks it's the right time to escape.
Yes, something
Escape.
cryptic about
He later
becoming
uses it
one with the
to
circle of
escape,
light.
and
Right now, we
the
form
Visionaries go to Merlin's. The
Visionaries
Visionaries try and unsuccessfully to recapture the Dark Lord, so then they go to Merlin's place to recharge their staffs. Where Merlin not only allows them to recharge their staffs for free, but tasks them with a new mission. That was achieving the Dragon's Eye, which the Dragon's Eye is the name of episode 3. They have to retrieve the Dragon's Eye. The Dark Lords get there too, and not only do the Dark Lords get there, before Merlin tasks the Spectral Knights with achieving the third eye, the Dark Lords and Spectral Knights prepare to fight each other. Merlin says no fighting in his palace. So the Spectral Knights and Dark Lords, of course, are against each other, but when they track down the Dragon's Eye, which is, I think, held by some wizard, he sends some gigantic robot dinosaurs to go kill the Spectral Knights and the Dark Lords. So the Spectral Knights and Dark Lords are forced to work together, and the Spectral Knights retrieve the Dragon's Eye and return it to Merlin. Merlin allows them to recharge their staffs, but Leoric says, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And instead, Merlin is forced to offer up his magic to help grow crops. And the Spectral Knights use Merlin's magic to quickly grow crops for the people of Valeria, something like that. Yeah, for the people of
I will not subject you to my wrath. All that work
Valeria. See, like I said, awesome episode. But here's what I was talking about, contradicting what's his name. In the narration and webcam review, one of my biggest criticisms towards this show was, since it was made in the 80s, the characters had to unfortunately stay alive and stay intact for an entire season. And because of the no quick kill rule, no one in this show was ever permanently killed or captured. Well, in this episode, the Visionaries finally successfully defeated and captured the Dark Lords, only for a-hole Merlin to unleash the Dark Lords from their prison, undoing the 2.5 episode work of the Spectral Knights. That is the issue I have with this episode. That is the issue I have with this episode right here. Merlin, who's just an a-hole in this show. He's at least neutral there, but he's an a-hole. He constantly sends the knights on these missions for free labor, sends them on these dangerous missions for free labor. So, and in this episode, other than to keep the series running, really had no reason to free the Dark Lords. But an awesome episode, man. Episode 4 was a slavery-themed episode. It was another interesting episode. Would have given its own review, but I don't have much to talk about. Episode 4 was similar in plot to episode 1, where in episode 4 the whole plot starts because the henchman Mordred and Darkstorm's second commander, forgetting his name. Anyway, they come across a group of villagers who previously in technological times had robotic slaves and now have human slaves, and routinely and ruthlessly enslaved, bully and ruthlessly enslaved other people. The Dark Lords appear to them as saviors, and convince them that the Spectral Knights are evil. That's the plot they went with in this episode. and they tell, and Mordred and the other guy tells the villagers to pledge their loyalty to Mordred.
Probably. And what do you
Pledge
suppose
their
he'll do to
loyalty to
you?
Mordred. Pledge their loyalty to the Dark Lords, and they will be rewarded. And they will be rewarded with new slaves in the Spectral Knights. So they do this, and during the same battle, the Dark Lord, the Spectral Knights, not wanting to harm the people, allows the Dark Lords to not only win, but allows the people to enslave and briefly bully them, which, this really grind my gears. The slaves, they were annoying. They were misguided. You understood the plot, that they were misguided, but they were annoying, bullying the Spectral. At first, thinking they were evil, they were bullying and forcing them to do tasks. That was annoying.
But Merklin warned you of their limits. You must return to the shrine to recharge them, and we'll make sure that never happens.
The slaves, there was so much going on, I kept missing it. I don't feel like rewatching it again, but this was all part of New York's plot, and Arzan do something, and the people witnessing Arzan's noble sacrifice for his friends, this inspires the people to realize that the Spectral Knights are the heroic ones, and the Dark Lords are the evil ones, and freedom from slavery at the price of your friends is still a form of slavery, and it's not freedom at all. Love that moral and lesson there. So then they decide to aid the Dark Lords. They decide to aid the Spectral. They decide to aid the Spectral Knights, and together they drive off Darkstorm and his Dark Lord forces. And the episode ends with the villagers renouncing slavery and agreeing to help the people of Valaria build another world. So they learn the price of freedom. They learn slavery is wrong, and they also learn the value of hard work and helping each other. Great episode and great moral. So great episode, great moral. Only problem I had was no slaves. Those slave owners and villagers, they were annoying. I badly wanted to deck them, and I wanted Cryotech, who had enough. Cryotech, who was about to deck them, but Yorick stopped him. So awesome, another awesome episode. So this has been my review of the first 4 episodes of Visionaries, Age of Magic. You don't want to hear the rest of, Visionaries, Age of Magic. To see the original reviews prior to this one, the links will be in the description box below. Now I'm about to review the next 4 to 5 episodes, then I'll finish the entire series with the next 3. So, with that being said, you want to hear the rest of the music, turn the video off right now.
What will you pay me to... Every Thursday night on TNA, it's like a spotlight and main events in his DNA. Who you say? It's Kurt Angle, Benito, settled, best in the world, only guy in this world with a gold medal. Right, your road ends to the sound, physical and mental. You're playing around with those second attacks and lay it down for a 3-second nap on the mat. You're staring at the ceiling on your back is appealing. Get yourself a match and you gon' do that. It's a rap, trapped in the game, you a rat in the take that strap.